This is the MAP04 from the Doomer Boards Project 26, called the City of the Damned Children. So, if you're playing it casually, on ultra violence for whatever reason, then you're going to notice that this map is somewhat harder than the previous maps. This is the first map that really gave me issues. So I would prefer not to save, but if I need to save, I'm probably going to use saves. At least one save. So you go here, this creepy child gives you a plasma rifle. It's probably done with a voodoo doll that lowers onto a plasma rifle. Freaking lost souls. Hate him. So yeah, the start is quite slow, quite reasonable, not very hard. So I suppose while it's still not too hard, I should talk a bit about the map as a whole. Well, the map is called, well, it's in French. I'm gonna have a stab at pronouncing it. La Bidonville. I don't know, but in English it means the slums, which kind of makes sense if you look at the if you look at the aesthetics, the textures. Collect some ammunition here. So there's many paths to go in this map, but this is the path that I personally recommend, mostly because this is where you get the super shotgun. It's kind of vital if you want to finish this map in a reasonable manner. Oh yes, forgot to press the switch over there. Hopefully you can find a... That switch actually lowers a blur sphere, but I'm not sure why you would want that. So yeah, the map is still quite easy. There still haven't been any hard encounters. But that's gonna change pretty soon, because once we get rid of these shotgunners and that Keka demon over there, then we're gonna have to go here. I recommend that you go down here and kill some of these imps, purely because it's gonna make the rest of the map easier. Now one of the hardest part of this map is actually the Revenant over there. He kind of controls the entire area. Thankfully you're gonna get a opportunity to get rid of him pretty soon. Oh, almost. Because there's gonna be some enemies teleporting here, and one of them is the Revenant. Thankfully his rocket got stuck on some level geometry. Can drop down here, get some more ammunition, and we can go here, pick up some more health and armor. Now once we pass line def, it's gonna be a chain gunner that gets released. So that's your primary target to get rid of. And then after that you can just kind of continue. Actually, before we continue, I'm just gonna press this switch so we can have a way to go from one side to the other side of the channel. I suppose this is the playground where the children play. Well, the poor children, obviously. And this is probably someone's house. Now this is the first hard part of the map. Before we continue, I'd like to stock up on shotgun shells, because this part may kind of deplete my stash. Oh, I can actually take that medkit. No, actually, I don't need to go around anymore because we raised the bridge. Now, once you press that button, there's gonna be an Archvile and a bunch of other monsters. There we go. So this Archvile actually has slightly different mechanics, as I mentioned, compared to the normal Archvile. Yeah, it doesn't have its flame attack, but that's actually... But it compensates for that because its resurrection capabilities are not the same as a normal Archvile. It actually resurrects far faster and quicker than a normal Archvile. I was slightly unlucky there because the 3 rockets didn't kill the Mancubus. If you can get lucky and manage to kill the Mancubus with 3 rockets, then that's ideal, but doesn't have to happen. So this is another hard part. I'm gonna take the plasma out here because once you go here, there's gonna be some enemies, and the hardest enemy is going to be this Archvile. Oh, where is he? There we go. It actually went kind of okay. For whatever reason, a lot of my plasma just went nowhere. So I'm slightly salty because of that. Because I'm gonna be needing that plasma for later. Once you press this switch, some enemy is gonna be released here. Once you press this button, well, I'm not sure. Once you press this button, some enemy is gonna get released on the other side of the map. Well, the gorge or whatever. The main enemy over there is the chain gunner. Once you kill the chain gunner, it's pretty much job's a good one. There's also gonna be some pinkies, but they're not a problem. Or at least they shouldn't be a problem. We picked up a red key, so we can go over here. Let me just pick up this ammunition because I'm gonna be needing it. Now there's a very nice trick here. You picked up a red key, but you maybe don't quite remember where you should be going. So what happens is basically the mapper kind of left a trail of breadcrumbs, but instead of breadcrumbs is the enemies. How freaking Cacodemon decided to break out of his pain state, which was very rude. Let me just pick up some health before I continue. Where's the health? There's some health over there, I think. Yeah, in here. Basically, you're gonna be led back to where you should be going by a... Yeah, you can see. By a trail of breadcrumbs. Now this is gonna be an encounter. You press this switch and then you just run away. And then you wait for the enemies to come to you. There should be imps here, so I'm not sure where they are. Oh, I think... No, the last time there were imps here, but I think those imps are actually For some reason I managed to not trigger the imps that first appear once you come down here. So yeah, there aren't actually any imps once you press the red button. There's an enemy over there. So yeah, with the red key now we can, having pressed the switch, we can go over here and into this arena over here. Now this arena is a tough fight, so I think I'm gonna save. Hopefully I don't die. I did die. Well, the thing is, your main enemy over there is gonna be the Archvile. I think I can kind of go here and camp a bit. I'm not sure what happened there. Did I just lose all ammunition? Oh lord. First time I played this, I managed to beat it without dying. But yeah, when you record, it's kind of gets harder to play and think at the same time. Think what you're gonna say and play at the same time. But yeah, well, I think what makes this arena difficult is well, the mix of the monsters, but also that Archvile. That Archvile is just merciless. The way it kind of glides between... It's kind of hard to explain. It's easiest to actually show. Suffice to say, just resurrects enemies way faster than a normal Archvile. Oh, you have 50 rockets. I'm gonna make another save here because this bit is also quite difficult. What happens if I do this? I think I actually have to pass a certain line def. Gonna make some... I think once I press a certain line def, enemies get kind of... there's gonna be a Mancubus here. It's gonna teleport, and then behind the Mancubus is gonna be some Hell Knights, which are gonna block your way back. So I'm kind of trying to trigger the ambush Doesn't seem to be working though. Yeah, let's just go. Kind of trying to get rid of the Mancubi. And there you go. It wasn't that hard actually. The main danger here is the enemies spawning around you, kind of deleting your available space. Then again, I'm pretty sure you can just kind of run in here and press the switch, exit the level. Yeah, the main problem here is the limited space you get, and the enemies are spawning kind of in unmarked positions. So if you're mainly using the rocket launcher, which is the correct weapon to use here, because all the high HP monsters that you need to kill to free up the space for maneuvering, you can kind of kill yourself. But yeah, once you clear out the arena here, you're pretty much you're peachy. Anyway, that's the end of the map. Died once, wasn't ideal, but yeah, the map goes back to the creepy aesthetics. It uses a MIDI that was also used in Hellground, which is also one of the reasons why it reminds me of Hellground so much. And yeah, the combat is getting much harder, and since I played the next 3 maps, I think, it doesn't get much easier. Actually, the next map is also quite tricky and introduces a new enemy. And also I'd like to make a correction. In the previous map I said that this WoD doesn't have a that dehacked file. I'm pretty sure it actually does, because if it didn't, then we wouldn't have the modified Archvile and also the enemy that's gonna be appearing in the next map. So yeah, thanks for watching, and looking forward to the next map as always.